Delta Force released a new season today, or at least that's what they will have you believe if you read any of these social media posts. This is my first time playing Delta Force in probably over 2 months since I stopped playing it. In fact, the last video I uploaded on my channel regarding Delta Force was explaining why I wasn't playing the game. And the TLDR for that is, well, they aren't doing anything. Delta Force released the last season, and then nothing was happening for months on end, so I got bored, so I naturally quit. And I decided to wait for the new season to play this game again. Now, I have not been paying attention to Delta Force. Really, I've just been totally disconnected from it. I wanted to go into this new season with as little information as possible, just so I could really have an unbiased look at things. That is, if there was anything to actually look at. Because this shouldn't even be allowed to be called a new season. There's nothing here! So in this video, I'm going to express some frustration, right? You can probably tell. This is coming from a good place, because I really do think Delta Force had a good shot. They don't have that shot anymore, but they had a good shot at making a decent Battlefield competitor if they kept up with what they were doing. So let's go over this non-existent season. If you enjoy the channel, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course swing by the streams. Because I stream every single day, all links are in the description. Now, what is this new season supposedly called? Well, it's called Eclipse Vigil Arrives. And before I dive too deep into this, yes, this game is a free-to-play game. I did not pay any money to play this. Nobody did. But that does not in any way, shape, or form excuse the fact that we just waited 3 to 4 months for them to drop a nothing burger on us. So what did they actually give us? Well, unsurprisingly, they gave us a new battle pass, right? A new event pass. They gave us a new operator, a single one. His name is Nox, he has binoculars, and he throws a frisbee that causes you to bleed. Reading through the patch notes here, you might be fooled because it says they added a new map called Trenchline's Night. No, this is not a new map. They took an existing map, which was Trenchlines, and they turned the brightness down. That's it. It's a night map of an existing map. That's not new content. That is not going to get people excited to play the game. And similarly, for operations, they added Zero Dam Night. So they took an existing map, and they turned the fucking brightness down on it, and they called it a new map. Wrong! So what else is actually new in this season? Well, they added a new tank. Hooray! New tank! It's the GTQ-35LT. Woo! Okay, cool. They also added a flamethrower to the game. I'm sure everyone was waiting to be burned to death in warfare mode, because it's not like Luna was annoying enough to deal with her wall hacks every 5 seconds. And speaking of Luna, guess what they did to her in this season, guys? Do you think they nerfed her, or do you think they buffed her? Pause the video and comment down below. I want to see your predictions. If you commented, they nerfed Luna, well, I have some bad news for you. They actually buffed her in 2 separate ways. Not only did they allow Luna to have access to more powerful assault rifles like the QBZ-95 and the PTR-32, they buffed her wall hack ability. Yes, the wall hack ability that everyone has been begging to be nerfed for months on end. This is Luna's 3rd or maybe even 4th straight buff with, I don't think, a single nerf. To be fair, this isn't a blanket buff to the actual wall hack arrow itself, but it is a buff to its duration. Enemy analysis, when triggered by Volt Arrow or the Frag Grenade, the duration enemies are marked has increased from half a second to a full second. This basically means that if you damage someone as Luna with your other Volt Arrow ability, the Shock Arrow, or a Frag Grenade, you basically have enemies wall hacked for double the duration. And keep in mind, every single person on your team can see these people that are wall hacked. And this is for both operations and warfare. It is not just for one specific game mode. This is game-wide. So just to recap where we're at, right? We waited 3 to 4 months for not a single actual new map, 3 new weapons, which might not even be available for the warfare side of the game, another Luna buff, a new tank, and a new flamethrower gadget. Yes, you are awake. This is real life. This is modern FPS games, ladies and gentlemen. And what I'm about to say to you is also what I said to the developers of Delta Force. I have a Discord and I can, like, type feedback to them. I literally said I don't really know what the plan was for this season. I really don't. Like, do they really think that this is going to satisfy the player base of the game? Absolutely not. And I'm aware there's some other things I'm not covering, just some, like, patch note things. But that doesn't fucking matter. Where is the content? Where are the new maps? Where are the new weapons? Where are the important changes people have been asking for? That's the entire point of releasing a new season for your game. You have to keep your player base entertained. I even stopped playing the game, and I actively make YouTube videos for FPS games. This is one of the main competitors to Battlefield, which my entire channel is based on, and I didn't even play it. And I know I'm not the only one that quit cold turkey. I'd be willing to bet a lot of you in the comment section of this video haven't touched Delta Force in months. And again, if you want to help me out, maybe Delta Force will watch this video. Comment down below, does this new season interest you at all? Will you be reinstalling Delta Force to play this new season? Just answer me. Answer me that one question. That would be amazing to see. And I suppose why this is so frustrating is, like, bro, this game could actually be pretty good. It really could be. It just takes maybe 1 or 2 changes, right? Delete the frickin' skill-based matchmaking, get that out of Warfare, and just deliver some more consistent content. Is asking for 1 map per mode. So basically 2 maps, 1 for Operations, 1 for Warfare, every 4 months. Is that too much to ask? Maybe like 3 weapons? Like, what? Again, I understand the game is free to play, but guys, what are we doing? Like, why are you releasing a new season and there's just nothing? A night map where you turn the brightness down is utterly worthless. I don't give a shit. Who cares? I've played trench lines. You turning the fucking sun off doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything about the gameplay. In fact, it just ruins the gameplay because I can't see anything. So at this moment in time, I'm just going to say this right now. I think this game is done. In the eyes of a lot of people, it's basically over now. Unless Delta Force comes out and has a surprise mid-season update that delivers us the content that should have been delivered today, I think we can safely assume that this game is pretty much a massive fumble at this point. The extraction shooter mode, right, the operations mode, will always harbor a player base. That is what those modes do. They get you addicted to that, high adrenaline gameplay loop of extracting and going in and killing other players. But as for Warfare, I can tell you with certainty, almost every single person I know has quit playing the Warfare mode. Even I quit the Warfare mode. And again, comment down below, did you quit playing the Warfare mode? I bet you did, because it got boring, right? And if they're not going to give us anything new, if they're not going to spice the gameplay up, then everyone else will most likely quit as well, and Warfare will just continue to die, have less players, the lobbies will get more and more frustrating until it'll be really difficult to even get a game of Delta Force Warfare. Incredibly frustrating. Incredibly confusing. They're basically killing their own game due to lack of content for no particular reason that I can discern. As for whether or not I'm going to continue to play Delta Force, I really don't know. I mean, I will probably play it a couple times to sort of gauge where I'm at with the game, and if I get bored even a single time, I don't know. I mean, I might not. And that is a far cry from how I started playing this game. In the beginning of this game, I really thought to myself, if they keep this up, we have a really solid game in our hands. People were calling me a shill at the beginning of the game. People were like saying I'm getting sponsored and paid by the game to say the things I was saying. That's all complete bullshit. I was looking at the game for what I thought the potential of it could be. And, it started off hot. There was a bunch of events. There was a bunch of cool stuff they were doing. Then they just did nothing. And ever since then, I mean, I've completely 180'd on the game. And it's so depressing. It really is. Because, my God, they didn't have to let it happen this way. They could have done something, but they just haven't. So that's going to wrap this video up. Incredibly annoying. Let me know your thoughts on this, guys. If you enjoy the content, if you want to follow the next Battlefield game or Delta Force or any other FPS game, gonna play Marathon, I think, pretty soon here. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and swing by the streams. And if you didn't know already, I do have a second channel that focuses on my more personal hobby of collecting fragrances. I really think that's a completely different side of me that a lot of people don't know exists, so that link is also in the description. The channel is called Ode to Enders if you do want to look that up. Thank you all for watching, appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys in the next one.